You know, Chris, I'm really glad you're here because you are the only person in this game that I trust. Hello everybody, my name is Mitsuda. I am a forensic scientist from the world of mysteries. We are watching me play, even if Tempest don't have connections. Well, it took like 2 full episodes after that plot point was actually introduced. We are finally gearing up to maybe, potentially, hopefully, go deal with that witch. Which seems kind of important. As Cry says, we cannot sit back and do nothing. So we're going to make the most reasonable approach to investigation we can do. And deliberately walk into an incredibly obvious trap. I see no possible way this can go wrong. I can't say anything with complete certainty yet, but we are likely to make some headway tonight.
仕事は今日から休んでいい。くれぐれも無理はしないようにな。
Well, we get days off. Rad. It's not a thing I'm used to. I will, thank you. So, how is the struggle for the crown going? How about that local football team, am I right?
ああ、ティレルが話したのか。まだなんとも難しいところだな。
I am astonished you were able to figure out that Tyrell has ever communicated anything of consequence to me. I mean, he is functionally a detective. God knows I get jerked around by those enough at home. As strongly as I wish for Prince Lucian to ascend to the throne, I just as strongly hope for Conrad's loss.
正直なやつだな。
Thank you, it is my only positive quality.
確かにコンラッド殿下はなかなか手強いよ。ティレルも言っていたが、特権階級の扱いが本当にうまい。貴族社会のこの国においては特筆すべき強みだ。
Dot.
ああ、そうだ。アナスタシア、死に戻り中に王族について知ったことを教えてくれないか。
Well, they're all a bunch of colossal frauds. Parker is very easily manipulated by shallow appeals to his flattery. And Lucian tastes like chicken. You want to know about the royal family?
ありていに言えば弱点につながる情報が欲しい。コンラッド殿下、パーカー殿下、それから国王。
Well, I tell him everything I know. Wow, we don't even get a say in the matter. I mean, I would have done the same thing, but it's not how the game usually goes. That's all I'm saying.
ありがとう。ルーシェン殿下にも共有して策を立ててみるよ。
He's taking this astonishingly well. You know something, gay? You know something, chat? I'm starting to suspect she didn't actually tell him literally everything she knows. That'd take like 5 days. I could only speak on their thought processes and preferences. I doubted my information could prove particularly useful.
個人的にはいかにしてコンラッド殿下があのような人物に長じられたか興味があったんだが、お前も知らないんだな。
I prefer not to think about that, man. Except when I'm thinking about what his blood would look like on the outside. You're interested. Like carnally.
敵を知ることも戦略を立てる上で必要なんだよ。
I think my hair would fall out if I were to interact with and think about him that closely.
それは良くないな。俺はお前の髪が好きなんだ。 コンラッド殿下のことはこちらでも目を光らせておくよ。
Yeah, Christ likes our hair the way it is, which is already chopped aggressively short in a way that's apparently supposed to be unnatural, even though it's obviously like the first character design she was based on. All her other looks were built around.
しかしお前やティレルにそこまで影響を及ぼしたとは。一層気を引き締めてかからないとな。
Yes, truly who amongst us could possibly guess that the sociopathic evil prince, who was responsible for literally everything bad in the kingdom, and who you know perfectly well used to be involved in the slave trade, would be a problem to the people who stopped him from being involved in the slave trade. That's impossible. I'm starting to think killing him would be the quickest way to...
Anastasia.
Like, you learn to respect people's personal spaces. You are very close.
お前のことは信頼しているから大丈夫だとは思うが、もし万が一勝手な行動をとったらどうなるかわかるよな。
I'd fucking murder you. Wow.
ティレルの言うことをよく聞くように。団長命令だ。
I have absolutely no respect for your individual involvement in issues that impact you. Yes, sir.
ま、そんなに心配することはないさ。肝心のルーシェン殿下がそこまで兄君を意識していないようだから。
And as we all know, he's so open about his true emotions.
王位継承争いはこちらに任せて、魔女の方をよろしく頼むな。
You know, I used to play drums for Errant Witch. It's been a while since I've seen the Grand Commander that angry. Scary. Why are all the adults around me able to so easily see through me? Am I that easy to read? I don't even have a sprite half the time. How can they read my body language? Let's just do what I can today. Which in this route is apparently not a lot. Even though I'm literally a goddess. The indignity of it all. Should I meet up with Master Tyrell? If he's continuing our investigation, then I should join him as soon as possible. If he's working on Maya's task, however, things change. What I'm lacking, huh? There are too many to count, but I don't think any of them are things I need other people to provide for me. Still, I think I'd be happy with anything Master Tyrell decided to give me. But hold on, sorry, what am I talking about? This is part of the investigation. I don't need to worry about enjoying his gift. If I ever wind up actually enjoying a thing in my life, I'll explode. Focus. Focus. Are you focused, chat? Are you in the zone? Are you properly zoned in? I'm capable of investigating on my own. Let's start by going to the Inquisitorial Order. Good afternoon.
お前は昨日ティレル様と一緒にいた。ティレル様はどうした？
I don't know. He probably exploded. I haven't seen him yet, though he said he would be coming here today.
そうか。
I'm sorry, but has something happened? Something plot related that will actually make things happen?
実は今執務室にな。
My god, I can't believe they actually got a cameo from the greatest artist of all time, Powerline. Guest. Surely not.
おい
That's impossible. I place a hand on the doorknob and freeze. If I'm correct, opening this door is tantamount to disobeying orders. And I can't be rash, especially if it means ignoring an order. I take a deep breath and try to talk myself down. I wish I would step back from that ledge, my friend. Remain calm, no matter what. Do not make concrete decisions on your own. Do not look for chance to attack or pursue him. Do your utmost and protect Master Tyrell. Now kill!
おや困ったな。君とは会ってはならないと言われてるんだが。
Conrad sits at a desk, flipping through various documents. Look at that bitch existing in this room like he owns the place. The three knights standing guard point their blades at me after my sudden appearance.
剣を下ろせ。彼女はリンゼル家の令嬢。私のいとこだ。どうやら私に話があるようだ。お前たちは外に出ていろ。
Are you sure? You would be disobeying orders.
彼らは口が固いから問題ないよ。それに、女性とは二人きりで過ごすと決めている。
The air in this room feels unbearably thin. I take in a deep breath, desperate for oxygen, but my mouth stings as if from poison. Conrad, have you ever heard of this cool new product called deodorants?
近くで紹介との会合があってね。ついでに友人の顔を見ていこうと思って寄ったんだ。
An old friend.
ああ、私の親愛なる友、ティレル・イシク・リスターにね。
So he does have an actual middle name. Thought maybe it was like a Will of D situation. Mr. Tyrell will not meet with you.
それは君が決めることじゃない。ティレルでもない。会うか会わないかの選択権は俺にある。
Such pushy men aren't very popular.
確かに。俺以外の男はそうだろうな。
His finger is like a foot long. It's kinda weird. I'm confident I can eclipse Master Tyrell's extensively scathing vocabulary so long as I'm speaking to this man. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. That's the joke literally everyone does here, right? Right, okay, good.
誤解があるようだな。俺は何もティレルに害をなそうとしてるわけじゃないし、これまでだって健全な雇用関係を結んでいたよ。
We had a very healthy working relationship, you see. I would tell him to do things, he would do things. I lived in a castle, he lived in a one-room apartment in the corner of town. Sometimes I would throw snakes at him and he wouldn't be allowed to do anything about it. Oh, what fun we had.
職務はティレルが最も能力を発揮できる内容で、報酬は相当な額を渡してきた。陰で俺の意思に反する行動を取った時も、最後にはちゃんと許してやった。
You know, I also used to play drums for Defiance in the Shadows.
なのに俺を裏切るなんて。部下の中では一番信頼していたから、とても悲しかったよ。悲しみを通り越して。
Conrad's fingers crushed the papers in his hands. My god, he's strong enough to crush an entire paper! How will we ever defeat him? Next, he's going to show off his strength by snapping a poor innocent pencil.
怒りも湧く。が、まだ修復可能な範囲だ。
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder? Yes, we can.
俺はティレルの。いや、君たちの敵じゃない。むしろ味方と言える。
Seeing you dead is literally my only character goal.
どうもルーシェンと懇意にしているようだが、実際に君たちを助け、守っているのはこの俺だ。
You see, by choosing not to murder you, I'm basically doing the same thing as saving your life every moment of every day. I think I deserve a reward for that. Protecting us from who?
我が父、ヒストリカ国王さ。時すさびのバラを咲かせた君と、イシク族の生き残りのティレルが共にいることを、王はとても不安視していてね。排除の命令を下そうとされていたのを止めたのが俺だ。
Why would you do that? Ignoring Master Tyrael for a moment, what benefits could you possibly gain from keeping me alive?
メリット？そんなものがなくとも人助けくらいするさ。
Okay, I don't know what you're even trying to accomplish here.
こんなに美しい女性が無残に死ぬところを見たくない。君に似合うのは血じゃない。綺麗な赤いバラだ。
The red of a fire engine would suit you better than blood, but not quite as good as a rose. The red of a sunset, on a day when there is heavy pollution in the air, would be significantly worse than any of those options. The red of an apple is maybe slightly to the left of center, but still acceptable. Long fingers slide across my cheek. They question who I am and attempt to invite me over to his side. I try to ignore him, but when they brush against my lips, I can't help but turn away. Conrad's smile widens, apparently under the impression that my reaction was born from embarrassment. Conrad's kind of dumb when you get right down to it.
ルーシェンやティレルに何を吹き込まれたか知らないが、すべて誤解だよ。さすがに清廉潔白とまでは言わないが、俺が刃を向けるのは敵対する者だけだ。
You see, unlike those other villains, I am a good person because I would only ever stab someone I would stab.
アナスタシア、君は俺の愛を受けるのにふさわしい女性だ。俺といる方が幸せになれる。間違いない。さあ、俺の手を取って。これからは共に。
Come with me, and you'll be in a land of pure exasperation. I don't want to drag this conversation on any longer, so I will say this. Your mother. Your flattery won't work on me. Your status, your smile, your sweet words. Nothing you could do will move my heart. And that's because you haven't a heart to move. You love no one, trust no one, and feel no emotion. I could never be attracted to someone like that. Well roasted. He sees the lighter side of everything. Sorry, I just remembered this really funny joke Parker told me the other day. Oh, it involved a priest, a rabbi, and a minister. Oh, you should have been there. Conrad's laugh echoes demonically around the room. I smother the disgust I feel and fight against the impulse to run.
すごいな君は。ほんの少し会話しただけでこうも正確に見抜いてしまうなんて。王族付きの医師ですら気づくのに何年もかかったのにな。
Took the royal physician decades to realize that he was a real fucked up guy. The royal physician?
精神医学者だよ。父は本当に心配性でね。いや、疑り深いと言うべきかな。俺がまともかどうか確かめないと気が済まなかったらしい。
So they do have psychiatry in this world. And cars and guns. Probably not computers. Though I'm sure Teal's shitpost game would be absolutely immaculate. We're getting world building elements.
慈悲深く聖職者のような男で、それなりに楽しく対話していたんだが、父に余計な報告をしようとしてね。とても心苦しかったが、この世からご退場いただいた。
And I'm sure that made you look completely unsuspicious.
ちなみに殺したのはティレルだ。王子の異常に気づき、王位継承権を与えてはならないと正義の進言をしようとした善良な医師の命を奪ったのは、君の愛する男なんだよ。
I mean, we all have we've all made mistakes. I accidentally spilled a drink in my nice pants once. Tiro stabbed a guy. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. My eyes open so wide I fear they may fall out. I bite my lip with enough force that blood beads on the surface, and my nails dig painfully into my palm. I recognize the storm of anger building up within me. I would even call it nostalgic. I felt like this more than once during my fatal rewinds. I want to kill him. Whether it be by the sword, with an arrow, with poison, or with my bare fist. Desperately keep those feelings at bay as I consider his motives. Why would Conrad want to rile me up like this? Is he doing it on a whim? Does he enjoy my reaction? Is he just angry I saw through his acts? Neither explanation is viable. I don't want him anywhere near Master Tyrell ever again. I can't do anything about that at this juncture. If I could just figure out what his plans are. I remember what the Grand Commander told me. You need to properly know your enemy if you're going to put together a strategy. He's likely to avoid any straightforward questioning. Is there any way I can get a hint out of him? If you have the time to speak with me like this, then you must feel confident about your standing in the struggle for the crown. Perfectly subtle. No one will suspect a thing. It's brilliant.
ルーシェンごときに手間取るようでは国を治めることなどできやしない。 言いたいところだが、なかなか思うようには進んでいないんだ。あれ自体は大したことはないが、父の寵愛を傘に来て未だ城内で大きな顔をしているよ。せっかく不義の子だという疑いを深めようとしたのに、誰かさんに邪魔をされるし、そもそも父譲りの髪が問題なんだ。赤子のうちに頭から毒をふっかけ、肌ごと溶かしておけばよかった。しかしその頃は俺も6歳で、さすがにそんな知恵はなかった。はあ、過去の自分に助言してやりたい。
Dude, I thought you were a better villain than this. Everyone knows you never try to kill someone using acid. They just come back with hideous scars later and try to take revenge on you. It's almost impressive that you could conceive of such actions against your own brother.
兄弟だからさ。肌がただれて醜い姿になろうと、弟には変わらない。兄としてちゃんと愛してあげるよ。
There must be something else I can bring up. Where are we going here? On the one hand, he's clearly more... I was about to say emotionally attached, but I think we've proven that's not an option. He's clearly more invested in Tyrell. Also, you know that is his route, so, I guess that makes more sense. Probably. Maybe. Sure, why not? Why are you so determined to get Master Tyrell back? Surely you have other talented men in your ranks.
固執というほど強い感情は持っていないつもりなんだが、どう言えば君にも理解できるかな。
It is probably far too late for you to do that. Conrad suddenly reaches for the fountain pen on the desk.
例えば、こんな文字を記すための道具でも人を殺すことはできる。
I mean, anything can kill if you use it hard enough. You're not special. You think you're hot shit just because you're a pen? Wait until they invent ballpoint pens, then no one's ever gonna want to use one of you again. Jumped up arrogant little...
眼球から脳をえぐってもいいし、首に突き刺して呼吸を止めてもいい。どちらのコースも違った悲鳴を堪能できるだろう。
You know, the very slight pinkish tinge in his sclera makes it look like he is high as a kite. Would that explain anything here?
しかしこの細さでは脳に届く前に折れるかもしれないし、絶命するまで時間がかかってしまう。その点、剣や毒はどうだ。人を殺すために設計されているからとても効率がいい。道具は目的に合った使い方をしないと。
What are you talking about?
君の質問に答えているつもりだが。
Okay, that explains everything. Please continue.
自分の意志なんて持てない。命令なしには生きられないように仕込んでおきながら、途中で放棄するなんてかわいそうだ。最後まで管理はしないと。それが製造者の義務だろ。
A bitter taste floods my mouth. Everything. The gap in our perception, the way he speaks as though I understand, the inhumane comments spilling from his beautiful countenance. Disgusts me. Master Tyrell served him for over 10 years, and he never fell. He stayed strong. I mean, he stayed scrawny and bony, but he stayed strong. I'm in awe of the strength of his will. If it were me in his situation, I don't think I could have lasted. I didn't last. That's why I chose death. That very MS Paint-y broken window effect.
さてと、ティレルはまだ来ないのか。また出直すか。それとも、君を城に招待すれば、あいつも迎えに来ずにはいられないかな。
I refuse.
ん？いつ君に選択権を与えた？俺が連れて帰ると言ったら、もうそれは決定事項だ。
I'll open a window and scream that you're forcing yourself on me. We're in the middle of the city, it would certainly attract attention.
民衆に助けを求めるのか。そんな情けない姿が見られるのなら、試してみたくもある。
By all means.
君のような女の発言を誰が信じる？
I am a cadet in the wings of Garda. Though I have yet to attain full knighthood, I would clearly be recognized as a public servant. Alright, for completion's sake, I do want to talk to you about your little science issue. Doctor, tell me the news. What manner of diagnosis did your physician give you? What? What, is there something on my face? I mean, other than absolute disgust?
いや、君がそんなことを聞いてくると思わなくてね。俺に興味が出てきたのかな
So, okay. Okay, it's just... yeah, yes, definitely.
ずいぶん長い間があったが、まあいいか。医師の診断ね。よく覚えているよ。王子という特殊なお立場ゆえ、過度な称賛を浴び続けたことにもかかわらず、肝心の両親からは愛を得られなかったこと、この二つがあなたの歪みを生んだ要因でしょう。
I'm sure that explains everything.
改善には長い時を要するかもしれません。あなたは最も王の素質を備えていますが、このまま王座につけば、あなたも国民も不幸に陥る。本当のあなたは善良で優しく、思いやりにあふれた少年です。王子という立場に狂わされた被害者。
Boy, why are your irises so circular? You could pluck them out and use them as marbles.
すまない。彼は本当に面白い男でね。もう何年も経つのに思い出すだけで笑ってしまう。
Was the doctor right? Do you also believe your status and your parents are to blame?
いや、俺に言わせれば。
He cuts himself off with a smile.
そろそろ帰らないといけない時間だ。もしもっと知りたいのなら、今夜俺の部屋においで。ゆっくり聞かせてあげるよ。ベッドの上でね。
Oh my. Can you please stop that? No, thank you.
残念。では、この話題はこれっきりだ。一生話すことはない。
Oh, will you not. Nah, okay, that worked better in my head.
さてと、ティレルはまだ来ないのか。君を城に招待すれば、あいつも迎えに来ずにはいられないかな。
Didn't we literally just go over that?
聞こえないな。
Okay, paper being. I do believe I just refused your previous invitation.
聞こえないな。
You know they make stuff for that.
民衆に助けを求める。君のよう。本当に生意気だ。そのよく回る舌を抜いて食わせてやりたいよ。そしたら少しはおとなしくなるんじゃないかな。
Because if there's one trait I can say Anastasia Linzel is lacking, it is humility. That L. Master T. Aw, hugs.
伝言届いてませんかね。こいつに手を出したらただじゃ置かないとあなたの送ってきた鳩に何度も伝えたはずなんですが。
ああ、ちゃんと届いてるよ。だから今日は返事をしに来た。答えはノーだ。
No. And also, screw you.
質問じゃなかったんですけどね。
I mean, it could have been. Your phrasing was a bit ambiguous. Who's the real bad guy, huh? Conrad, who's had several people killed, or you, who uses bad grammar? That's what I thought.
女の前では生きがるなんて、お前も案外普通の男だったんだな。いや、それも遊びの一環か?
I like how they were detailed enough in this CG to show that his kunai is very slightly chipped. I mean, granted, there is a part of me that's questioning why this professional assassin of several decades is still using a foreign farming implement as his weapon of choice, but you know, at least he's familiar with it. As we can tell by the evidence that it has been used, which is what I said earlier. It's well thought out, I appreciate it. Anastasia looks like she's kind of, been hitting the sauce a bit too hard, but you know.
平穏とやらに憧れるのも無理はない。ずっと働きっぱなしだったもんな。お前があんまり使えるものだから、ついいろいろ頼みすぎてしまった。反省するよ。でもそろそろ飽きただろう。血が、視線が恋しくなったんじゃないか。
Don't you miss when I used to release snakes in your bedroom? That was fun.
妄想の一人語りなら場所は選んでください。
妄想？ああ、そうか。自分が本当に望んでいることがわからないんだな。かわいそうに。
What you truly desire, Cyril, is a very good bagel. There's a place down the street that sells them. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. I'll tell you if you come back and work for me.
お前は昔からそうだもんな。使命以外のことは何も考えられない。でも、それがお前だ。無理に変わらなくていい。代わりに、俺が道を示してやる。
I inhale, ready to argue against him. Master Tyrell strengthens his hold on me. The gesture tells me to shut my face.
俺はこいつの隣で生きる。 そのために自分を変えると決めたんだ。
The power of love, a force from above.
ティレル、夢は夜に見るものだよ。
I like the sleep we're gonna put you to if you don't shut your yelb.
俺はもう他人の指し示した道は歩かない。
Yeah, think for yourself, Tyrell. That's an order. Wait.
路頭に迷うだけだ。どこにもたどり着くことはできない。
たとえ道を誤ったとしても、自分が選んだことなら納得できる。
Good job.
納得？妥協の間違いでは？まあ今はいいさ。どうせすぐにわかる。
Man, I was just getting into the camera work.
明るい太陽の下では生きていけない存在なんだってこ
Wish I wasn't meant to live in the warm light of the sun. It's friggin' September. Why is it still so hot out? You're not missing out on much, dear. I'm telling ya. I exhale long and slow. My muscles relax as tension drains from my body, and I notice bright red crescents indented into my palm. It took no time at all for me to lose my composure. Pathetic. Pathetic. Is this the kind of conversation Master Tyrell suffered through? He completely shuts a person down, tearing away at their will. He grins with confidence and speaks with such conviction that you don't really notice that everything he's saying is obviously complete bullshit. It makes you believe that his truth is the only truth, as opposed to the actual only truth, which is consistently exposed by Conan Edogawa, as everyone knows. Master Tyrell.
お前は何バカなことやってんだ。
You know I hate it when you yell at me. I'm sorry. I knew speaking with Conrad alone was a bad idea, but I couldn't stop myself. I can't apologize enough. Good old Tyrell gets exactly one text box full of emotion, then realizes we aren't going to play his game.
俺も同じことをやった。だから今回に限っては許す。
Hypocrites. Hypocrites that you are. Trust your chemicals to tell you that they are chemicals. Now will you fight? Or will you perish like a dog? Thank you.
ただし次やったら許さないからな。説教だけで済むと思うなよ。
I'm sure most of your fans would be into that. Huh?
1週間敬語で話す。
Not that. I think back to the proper way Master Tyrell carried himself in front of me when he discovered I was the goddess's reincarnation. And get goose flesh. I'll never do that again, I swear.
何もなかったんだろうな。
And we had a very productive conversation about what his therapist told him. And then the therapist in question was murdered. Right. I share the contents of our conversation. Master Tyrell remains silent for some time after I finish. I can't read anything from his features. No fear toward Conrad or any anxieties for what may happen next.
あの医師の話をしたんだな。とっくに忘れてるだろうと思ったが。
He also told me about that time you murdered the guy, so that was fun. I had no idea the king had assigned a personal physician to Conrad. It's more aware of Conrad's nature than I thought, and still lets him participate in the race for the crown. Guy's kinda shit at his job.
結局は保身だ。穏やかな老後を送るために無害な王子を後継に据えたいのさ。他にも何か言っていたんじゃないか？例えば、その医師を殺したのが俺だってこととか。
Yeah, no, he did in fact bring that up. You're completely right.
なんで隠すかね。お前自身の罪ならわかるが、俺がやったことだぞ。本人に隠してどうする？
Yes, he knows. He was there at the time. It's not your fault. You only did it because you were ordered to. You could even say he was just following orders. That's a good excuse, right?
それ、本気で言ってんのか？
No, I don't.
殺したのは医師一人じゃない。誰をどんな風に殺したか聞きたければ話してやる。明日の朝までかかってもよければだが。
Honestly, that's way fewer rather than I was expecting. Sure, if doing so eases your burden. But it won't, will it? Confessing every single one of your sins will never make things easier. If anything, would it just make them weigh you down that much more? It's the same as begging for forgiveness, as begging for acceptance, as forcing all your sins on the one you love most. Weighs down on my lungs, making each breath a struggle. There are things I haven't spoken of either. I claimed I was trying to save everyone, while turning around and betraying those I loved most. It was a really shitty chapter, even though it has about the best love interest, so it was a very confusing time for me. I hope you understand. I'm sure I'd be forgiven if I talked about it. I'd be told I had no other choice, that those deeds were erased. But I don't want to be forgiven.
けど、話さないなら話さないで後ろめたさも感じる。罪を隠すのは卑怯者のすることじゃないかって思うんだろ。
Aw, they're bonding. They're bonding over their shared belief that they're both utterly worthless and deserve to be dead. Aw, that's so cute. I nod. That's all I can do. Master grabs my arm and pulls me into an embrace.
なんかよ、俺たちってどこまでも似てるよな。傷の舐め合いなんて不毛なことしたくなかったんだが。
You know, we're not so different, you and I.
けど、案外悪くない気もしてきた。休みの日とかやることない時にぴったりじゃね。肌がふやけるまで舐め合おうぜ。
Please stop talking about licking each other. I won't disagree with the meaning of your words, but your phrasing lacks elegance.
人間に品性なんかね。あるのは嘘にまみれた外面だけだ。
Wait, you're saying there, so are you saying that humans are nothing more than masks? Hiding lies? There's There's lies and humans are just like an illusion. The lies wear to pretend to not be. I think this sentence might have made a second pass in editing.
それよりお前、本当に殿下に何もされてないんだろうな。指一本触れさせなかったと思っていいんだな。
Well, he did touch me on the eyeball at one point, which might have been an attempt to give me, like, something, or maybe just spread some chili powder he put in his gloves in there. My eyes are kind of starting to burn. Right.
何をされたのですか？正直にお話しください。我が主。
I really want an excuse to kill this guy. He touched my face, that's all.
ほう。
Oh, you are approaching me. Okay, that's that obligatory bit done.
俺、独占欲なんて皆無だと思ってたんだけどな。特にお前に対しては。
Really? Then why do you make such a big show of hugging me in front of the Grand Commander Cryas and Maya?
あれはただの嫌がらせだ。悪意はない。
Pretty sure deliberately trying to get under people's skin is a pretty baseline definition of having ill will. Incidentally, I also used to play drums for ill will. I think wanting to get under someone's skin would necessitate ill will. I just said that, but his phrasing is odd nonetheless. Still, he doesn't feel possessive. His apartment makes more sense to me now. It's a lonely space, filled with nothing but the bare minimum of furniture and mead for drunken nights. It's a manifestation of his heart, cold and dead inside.
時々聞こえてくるんだ。身の程知れ。相手は女神の生まれ変わり。お前じゃ釣り合いが取れない。って声が。
You fool, that'll never work! Everyone knows that when a mortal tries to date a goddess, the giant supercomputer that is God negates his libido for 20 years.
でも今はすげえムカついてるよ。お前は俺のもんなのにって思ってる。
That's not actually romantic.
これってお前のことを女神から切り離せてるってことだよな。完全じゃないかもしれないが、ちゃんと俺はお前を見てるよな。
You can't move forward without checking his progress at every little step. Beneath his pristine armor lies the innocence and weakness of a child. And I love him. He's so pathetic. He's such a sad little meow meow. Yes. I am yours, Master Tyrell. Your one and only Anastasia. No. So are we gonna, like, deal with Conrad at any point? Or the witch, I'd also accept dealing with the witch.
それでご用意いただいたんでしょうね。お嬢様に必要なものは。
Alright, this is also happening.
ああ、
Okay, good. I'm glad you resolved that.
それはよかった。その手にあるものは酒瓶に見えるのですが、私の勘違いのようですね。
これが酒以外に見えるんなら眼科に行け。
Round 1. Fight! He places the bottle on the table.
ヴィンテージワイン18年ものだ。お前、ワイン飲んだことあるか？
Yes, N-18 where N equals current year. A fine vintage. I've not, no.
うまいぞ。 オラティオの特級畑で作られた特別な一本でな。世界に1000本しかない。繊細な味わいと比類なき香りから唯一無二のワインと言われている。
If you're not about to give me a bit of world building about why there's only 1,000 bottles of these in existence, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Interesting.
へえなんて感心してる場合ですか。
I mean, we could be. Nothing stopping us.
18年ものということはお嬢様の生まれ年に合わせたワインということですよね。誕生日の贈り物としてはふさわしいでしょうけど、私が出した条件はお嬢様に最も必要なものを探してくること。まさかそれがお酒だなんてありえません。
The Anastasia is not a believer in the philosophy that alcohol is the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
あなたのこと見直してもいいかもしれないなんて思った私がバカでした。やっぱりこの男との交際は反対です。
俺の一族では婚姻の証として保存食を渡す。妙な風習だと思うだろうが、一応意味はある。その意味ってのは、永遠の愛を誓う。
I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know about you all.
この誓いは親が受け取った時点で成立する。お前も結構酒飲むよな。うまいぞ。そんじょそこらの店じゃお目にかかれない一本だ。
あなたもっといい言い回しはできないんですか。
Begin to suspect he is, yeah.
この先こいつが盾を必要とすることがあれば俺が盾になる。戦わなければならないなら剣になるし、平穏を求めるなら安寧の場所を作ろう。一生をかけて幸せにする。だから認めてほしい。こいつの隣にいることを。
よくできました。
That is not how I was expecting this plot point to be resolved, but I'm glad we got there in the end. Really? Happiness washes over me like a wave as my heart burns bright. I bring my hands to my chest as if to ascertain this warmth for myself. Master Tyrell and Maya are actually smiling at each other. I believed they'd see eye to eye eventually, but I didn't think I'd be so emotional about it. When I open my mouth to express this joy to them, Maya picks up the wine.
で、いつ飲むのが一番いいんです？
When you're thirsty, I'd imagine.
いつ飲んでもうまいだろうが、30年がベストだろうな。そのタイミングで売ればとんでもない額になるぞ。
へえ。
Are you going to sell it?
冗談ですよ。いつか一緒に飲みましょう。この人の誓いが本物だと証明された時にでも。
じゃあ今でもいいだろう。
調子に乗るな。
And slowly roll credits up the screen as everybody freeze frames.
悪いが、これにてめでたしめでたしってわけにはいかない。まだ続きがある。
You do remember that the clan I got this tradition from is extremely dead, right?
占い師でしたか？そんな異端に触れかねないものには近づきたくないんですけど。
Heresy is punishable by death, apparently.
お嬢様に手を出したとなれば別です。 一刻も早く捕まえて自分の愚かさを思い知らさなければなりませんね。
地面の味を教えてやる。
I don't think that's the legal punishment for heresy, but if it's what you want us to do, then okay. To be more precise, we're meeting with the man said to sell charms to young women rather than the elderly fortune teller that spilled perfume on me, but it's all the same to these two. I always hoped they would be on better terms, but now that it's actually happening, it's kind of whack. I get the sense that their agreement would lead to something far more terrifying. The full moon shines brightly as this night of chaos. Something witch trials. As a floral breeze caresses our cheeks, Maya smiles as if we're simply on a comfortable walk. Any other woman would be scared, but she has guts. I've gotten her involved in this, so I must protect her. Master Tyrael stands at some distance away from us. No matter what happens, we'll come out all right so long as he's here. I mean that. From the bottom of my heart. So why does this strange nervousness I feel refuse to dissipate?
いい夜ですね。お嬢さん方。
Oh, that voice actor is chewing so much scenery. He's here. The man calls out to us from behind, but I don't turn around immediately. Instead, I use this time to examine our suspect. He's younger than I anticipated, and his footsteps don't sound out of the ordinary. I can't hear the rustle of a weapon either, but the sound team might just have not cared enough to do that much precision. He gives off the air of your average merchant, but there's always the chance that this is an act. I keep my hand grasped firmly around Maya's as I turn around. You. Him. Could anyone have anticipated a him of all people showing up now? Thomas Unra. He was summoned as a sacrificium in the witch trial concerning Maya's death. He's a merchant by trade, but not a terribly serious one. Due to his nightly shadowing of the noble thief ninja, he often falls asleep on the job. Ish was there too. As Ish took his place during the trial, I only spoke with him during the investigation. Not because he refused to discuss anything but ninja, all I remember is being fed up with him. Still, I don't think that means he was a bad person. He at least didn't seem like the type to sell heretical wares. Man, you think you know a guy you've only spoken to once in your entire life. I heard there was a merchant selling love charms around here. Would that be you?
いかにも。うちで仕入れているお守りはよく聞くよ。
He answers so easily. I had been expecting him to have his guard raised, or perhaps try to dodge the subject entirely. Women in the markets were harder to handle than him.
さあ見てごらん。これが世の女性たちの恋を叶えてきたお守りだ。
Thomas pulls a golden coin from his bag. A likeness of the goddess is etched onto one of the surfaces. That's me.
女神様の祈りが込められていてね。 しかも純金製。金は人を幸せにするって言うだろ。そこに女神様の力が加わるんだから、最高の人生を約束されたも同然。
Made of pure gold. You know, if that were actually true, we could smudge that goddess right off, just our bare fingers. So at least it'll be easy to test. If it doesn't turn out they're actually cursed magic items, we could always get them on a charge of fraud.
恋も仕事も全部うまくいくよ。美容効果も絶大。年取らないよ。
You know, I'm beginning to get the sensation he might be overselling the effectiveness of his wares just the tiniest bit.
それはすごいですね。
だろだろ。俺んとこの品が一番効果あるんだ。値段はちょっと張るが、絶対に損はさせないよ。ってあれ。
Thomas suddenly closes the distance between us. Curiosity furrows his brow as he combs his eyes over me.
いや、暗がりでちょっとよく見えなかったけど、あんた。
I mean, can't you tell how obscenely dark it is in this area based on what's visible on screen right now? I mean, look at it. It's pitch black. I couldn't see shit. Before Thomas can finish, one hand chops at the back of his neck while the palm of another bashes against his chin. Hi, keep up. Yeah. We did it. Hooray. Maya, are you okay?
よりにもよって小艇打ち。お前、本当に素人か？
Hitting someone with a sledgehammer made of bone.
小艇。この男がお嬢様に気安く近づいてくるから、つい手が出てしまったんです。
You sandwiched him. I'm pretty sure you broke his neck. You know, last I checked, that's also illegal, so, Thomas is thankfully still breathing, but he's otherwise dead to the world. It'll be some time before he regains consciousness. Should we take him to a hospital just in case?
問題ない。異端審問会で手厚く看護する。うちの牢屋は寝心地がいいって評判なんだ。きっとこの男も気に入るだろう。
You know, you don't need to take so much pleasure in your job. It's not normal. You're in your worst nightmare.
頭が痛い。それに首も。
Think you'll find I'm the one asking the questions here.
異端審問官。もしかして俺捕まっちゃ。
どんな容疑者にも黙秘権は与えられている。けどここでその権利を最後まで行使できたものを俺は見たことがない。お前はどうだろうな、トーマス・アンル。
待ってくれ。俺は魔女じゃないんだよ。無実だ。どこにでもいるごく普通の商人なんだって。こんなインチキ商品を売る商人が普通なわけないだろ。
Where are they?
インチキなもんか。俺があれば恋も仕事も全部うまくいく最高の人生が。
Now tell me where the bomb is! Damn it!
これが最高の人生か。 ずいぶん得な性癖してんだな。羨ましいぜ。
わかった。全部話すから。
Yeah, but I've still got so many interrogation scene from movies jokes to get through.
お前が魔女じゃないとしてもだ。女神の名を語るのは重罪。教会法に反する行為だ。
俺もどうかと思ったよ。けどそう言った方が売れるって言われたもんで。
誰に？
Where are they?
それは
今までに何枚売った？
30枚は2週間。
Oh yeah, those prices. Damn, maybe I should get in on this.
そんなに？このコイン、純金というのは偽りだが、随分と凝った衣装だ。
そうだろ？物がいいのは本当だから。
At least he takes pleasure in his job. Pride in his work.
これだけ質が高いものをまとまった数仕入れるのは容易じゃない。
ああ、正直に話すんじゃなかったのか。
Where? Okay, I'm done. Thomas Unra and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
女だよ。
My God, that explains everything.
名前は？
Sugma. Sugma who? Sugma nuts. Got him. And then Tyrell whipped him until his face came off.
仲間はいるのか？
いないよ。俺一人だ。
Well, gee, now I don't know what to believe. I also don't know why my ISP is being such a little bitch about all this tonight. It's actually very annoying.
ほう。でもさっきお前こう言ってたよな。うちで仕入れたお守りはよく効く。俺んとこの品が一番。1000倍ならこんな売り文句は言わない。同業者、ライバルはいるってことだ。
See absolutely no flaws with its conclusion.
ティレル様、もう一名売人を捕らえました。その男と同じ商品を扱っていたようです。
So we could have just not done anything the entire route up to this point and we'd be in the exact same place. I see how it is.
わかった。
Good job, team.
今夜は2人も拷問できるのか。贅沢だな。さて、どっちから行こうか。俺は好きなものは最後まで取っておくタイプなんでな。気に入った方を後回しにしよう。ちなみに俺は正直なやつが好みだ。
Oh my gosh, he's so dreamy. I really like the way he's constantly threatening people.
赤髪。名前は知らない。どこの誰かは名乗らなかった。信じてくれ。俺にあのコインを売れと言ったのは髪の赤い女だ。
My God. I'm the last person I would have suspected, but I was looking for me the whole time. It's the perfect crime. Me? The only red-headed woman in the entire kingdom? Talking to a giraffe? I was not planning to go this short today, but my ISP is being a real bitch, and I don't want to have to spend all of tonight editing this video into something resembling a complete product, so I think I'm gonna pull out while we're still marginally put together. Gotta say, I did not expect where that conversation went, so I guess we still have some mystery cred left. It still weirds me out that Tyrell's neck does that. That looks incredibly unhealthy. Doesn't help that the hair that's more loose like this kind of looks like a fetlock. But I guess that's just another cross we all have to bear. Good night, everybody.